Welcome everybody to Skyrim's Mod of the Day episode 278, and this time I'm reviewing Tavern games. Now it's no secret that your gold will eventually pile up on your adventures through Skyrim, and it does nothing but sit there. On the other hand, early on you may be desperate to earn some coin to buy that house or even an item you want. Either way, Tavern games provides a fun way to gain, or in fact lose, your hard-earned coins. The mod features 5 minigames in total, it requires SKSE and it does have a few limitations set by the author, such as no gambling with children or beggars for that matter. And as its namesake, it must be done in a tavern, and that's any tavern by the way, even the ones added via mods. First up on the list are the lotteries. These are organised by the innkeepers, and as with any lottery, you are required to invest in a ticket, which enters you into the draw with a chance to win a number of items, which can range from gold, potions, spell tomes, or a special tavern voucher, which grants the user a 72-hour stay at any tavern of their choosing. Then we have Dice Jack. This is one of my favourite from the actual mod, and as the name implies, it has similar rules to Blackjack. One player starts by throwing the 2 dice, and that combined number is multiplied by a factor of 3. So if we roll a double 6, our maximum number becomes 36 for this round. From here, a coin toss determines who gets to roll first, and when this happens, the goal is to roll as many times as you want to get as close as possible to the maximum number, in this case 36. Once you are satisfied with your number, you pass the turn on to your opponent, who will also roll as many times as they are willing to get to the maximum number. The winner is who has the closest number to the maximum. As for the prize pool, well, let's say for example that is 100 gold. If one of you manages to land on the sweet spot on the perfect number that is, the person wins double the prize pool, so that would be 200 gold. If you exceed the maximum number though when you are throwing your dice, you will actually lose double the prize pool itself, so your opponent will gain 200 gold. If you win under a normal circumstance, it grants you the prize pool, which in this case was 100 gold. Next up is the Deirdre challenge, which is sort of like snakes and ladders. Each player will automatically roll their 2 dice and move their piece across the board, which is dependent on the number rolled. So if you roll 2 4s, you will move up 8 places. If either of you land on a skull, you must answer a trivia question. If answered incorrectly, that player is sent back to the start. If you land on the fletchling of an arrow, you will slide down the shaft, which sends you back to the corresponding tile. The winner is the first to reach the end, and you will receive a gift from the innkeeper upon winning. Prophet's Dice is up next, which is a risky game indeed. The first player rolls the 2 dice. Say you roll 10. From here, you must decide if your opponent's roll will be either lower, higher, or equal to your roll. If you take the risk and decide to bet on equal, then your bet is tripled. So if you staked 10 gold on this round, and you guessed equal, your stake is now 30 gold for this round, and if you lose, your opponent gets it all. From my testing, I believe the winner of a round gets what the other player has staked for that round, so if your opponent staked 5 gold, you would win that anytime you guess correctly. Finally, we have the Battle of Heroes, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with as the author did release this as a standalone mod recently. The game, also known as the Rule of 3, is fairly simple, but it does require a strategic mind to play. First off, both players need to place a bet, with the maximum bet being determined by each player's current gold. From here, each player will draw 3 cards each, and these cards have a range between 1 and 10 in number. The total from your 3 cards decides the strength of your hand. For example, if you drew a 5, a 10 and a 5, you would have a hand strength of 20. Next, each player has a chance to roll the 2 dice again to bolster their hand. So if you choose to do this and roll 2 5s, your hand score would now be 30. However, this isn't a free roll. It will cost you gold to roll, which is based on a simple formula. Let's say the bet was 100 gold. We then have to times this by 45 and then divide that number by 100, which would mean the cost to roll in this case would be 45 gold, and this money goes directly to your opponent. Once it's all said and done, both players reveal their hands and the highest score wins the pot. In the case of a draw, all gold is returned. Overall, this is a fun way to pass time between dungeon delving and worthy of your endorsements in my opinion. Don't forget you can always donate to the author if you really love the mod, it always helps him out a lot. Like if you liked the video, dislike if you thought it sucked, leave a comment if you have something to say, and don't forget to subscribe for more mod reviews. Thanks for watching and I will see you all next time.